Welcome back to our third unit of the Endeavor Sales and Trade course. Today we're going to talk about our reasons why. This is a very short component of this, but we're leading up to the actual doing of the closure process, the hard points as I call it. We're talking about personal preparation. So if you want to come across as being somebody that's trustworthy, if you want to come across as being comfortable and confident, you got to work on these soft skills. One of the things I have found in my own personal experience that in the past is, when hard times come or too much rejection happens, I have to go back and look in the mirror and decide how I want to do things better. It's not always all about that, I personally failed or I'm not good enough or all that victim talk. It's looking in the mirror and constantly asking, what did I do well and what could I do better? That way I'm not sort of sabotaging my own courage and confidence, right? So one of the things that I've used to help ground my, sense of perseverance is my reasons for why I am doing this. It's not just a matter of buying into it where, I'm selling a car, so I bought that kind of car because I'm a believer. Of course I'm a believer, but there are other reasons why we do this. Why are we in sales? Well, when I'm working with people that want to start a business, they have a lot of lofty and romantic ideas about it. And that's okay, that's good. But one of the things that kind of comes out is why they, want to help people. They want to help people. And I think, in it's human nature to want to be a contributor and make the world a better place, as they say. So today I'm just going to give you a couple of brief thoughts about our reasons why, but I have a very special module I want to present after this one that will really reinforce this concept of the compass, which I wrote a small book on. And it's going to give you a little bit of really solid orientation as to how to progress and develop as you grow in your sales practice or maybe even in your own new small business. So let's go through some of these thoughts here today in Unit 3, our reasons why. All right. Okay, so the priority of why. Now, I'm not the first one to come out with this kind of material. I mean, you can go look at the why guru of Simon Sinek, and you can read all kinds of great material from him. There's all kinds of stuff on the chapters bookshelf you can go and look for. I'm certainly not the inventor of these concepts, although I may have my own spin on it. I'm just trying to refresh your memory and maybe affirm and confirm some of the things that you're carrying in your own life as well. So I hope that you are encouraged by this. So the why factor, that's what I call it. To say that you have focus, it's much more than that. I mean, you can be a very, very nose to the grindstone kind of person. You can be an achiever, a completionist, or you can be OCD if you want to call it that. But achieving things, there's more to it than just having an up-to-date organizer. You can be excellent at that. But at some point, the grind is gonna get to you, and you're gonna lose your sense of direction or well-being as to the why you're doing something. You're gonna forget. We all do, right? So it's more than just an up-to-date day timer. So there has to be a stronger driving force. Now we call that passion, belief. Things that convince you or persuade you that this is a good thing worth dedicating your time, your energy, expertise, and your life to. I guess the trend is to change vocations, several times in your life. Nothing wrong with that. But if it's something that you feel you can dedicate your life to, so much the better, in my opinion. So developing your sales practice first really does mean as the why. When I first started, I spent a couple of years in the car business when I was quite young, and the first thing the manager asked me in the interview, he said, "Why cars?" And my immediate response was, well, because everybody's driving them. The likelihood of somebody buying a car was pretty high, right? It's a pretty common thing, and so I felt I had a lot of success at least trying to sell something that people wanted, right? Now, more than that, that was my initial why factor. Well, why? I was paying the rent for my young family, and I had a lot of personal reasons, but when I got in on the floor, the why factor became a little bit more clear, is that I wanted to make good money. I wanted to serve people. I really enjoyed helping people. And this is where I started developing better ethics as to my motivations. It's not just pinning a client up against a corner and getting a decision, I wanted it to be a great experience for the client, because in my mind, I made the connection between their experience, the business reputation, and my success underneath that umbrella of that business. So if I gave the client a great experience and they loved what they did through my work, then the business I worked with got a better reputation in the community, thus made it more referable. Because a lot of times a salesperson will come in, blow up, and blow away again. And they don't think about the repercussions of their attitude or their poor etiquette, professionalism. And so it's the business that suffers from our lack of intelligence and emotional intelligence. It suffers from our irresponsibility. So if you want to continue getting a paycheck, then it's probably a good idea that you honor the name and the brand of the business. Doesn't mean that you sell your soul. It just means that, to the business owner, if it's important to you, it'll be important to me. So customer work is utmost top priority. So what happens is if the business gets a good reputation, then guess what? More business comes through the door and you get more client opportunity. It's as simple as that. So understanding your why factor here is many levels. There's the I need to get paid, attitude. And then there is, I want to help people attitude. But then there is the, well, let's talk about longevity, continuity. Let's talk about, maybe you're not a self-employed kind of mindset person. You just like doing sales. Well, great. Well, how do you want to get promoted and promote the business for, financial benefit and also having a great team environment? Your reasons why are going to come into play here. So why are you doing this, right? What do you have? Why do you have passion for helping people? So I'm just trying to link that and help give you, a sense of grounding and qualitative feeling towards what you're doing. You're not just grinding it out every day. There are other rewards too than just making a few extra points on the profit of that sale. Not that I'm diminishing that. I'm just saying, combine all these motivations and use them wisely. People will want to come back to you, and that's great. So the priority of why factor is a concept, and it's meant to act as a compass. So like I mentioned earlier, I've got a great module. I'm just going to pause the workshop and give you our compass philosophy, not just for personal life growth, but also for business. Now, again, you may not want to go into business for yourself, but in the odd chance that you decide you're going to, this is a great foundation to understand. So stay tuned for the next module. But it provides us the why factor. Set everything else aside. It actually, if you have a deep connection to this, it provides stronger perseverance when hard times hit, right? It provides you at least a compass or a grounding for good decision making. So you grow in your personal experience. You understand, there are trends of behaviors in the business. You come to expect, things that you understand and learn over time. But coming back to the core reasons why you do something is kind of like getting back to basics. We have this tendency as humans to make things overcomplicated. And I don't know whether that's because, it's our ego out of control, or we have some sort of need for significance that we overcompensate. But we overcomplicate things because somehow it makes us feel better, or makes us feel somehow more superior than maybe inside we do. But try not to overcomplicate it. All right. Having a good why factor is the good root system of belief. So and this is where the compass comes in the next module, is it comes from 4 basic personal values that I carry. I believe in life, a good quality life. I believe in love, which is great relationships. I believe in liberty, which is personal choice, personal agency, autonomy, authority. I believe in that sense of freedom because out of that freedom develops my own sense of character, deep-rooted quality of character. It also promotes a more better quality of relationship building, those kinds of things. And then life, love, liberty, and progress is the ability to move forward, is to persevere, is to conquer obstacles or find a way around them and navigate. And that creates a sense of strategy in my life. So those are the root foundations of my why factor for doing what I do today. So hope that kind of encourages you, just a little off the top. It is a defined personal mandate. So as I just explained for myself, and it promotes and justifies your existence. So what I mean by that is these are your values and beliefs that give power to your ethical decision making, the way that you treat people, of course, and it's like a good aroma or a bad aroma, kind of like the attitude component I gave earlier. So, these are your own personal values. So it's built on positive values and the loudest message, which is the loudest message, that your future clients will receive from you. So attitude is everything. Presentation communicates everything. The priority of why, it's kind of like that root system of how you behave as a person. So people want to be with important people, as I mentioned in a prior module. They want to feel important. So in order to do that, they want to work with somebody who understands himself as being important, not necessarily at their expense, but they're important as they're courageous, confident, and authoritative in their practice. I hope that you found this Power of Why module an encouragement to you as we go forward in the course. So here's some practical advice. It's all about knowing how to build trust. Simple as that. All these modules that I've been trying to give you is trying to remind you how to, or refresh you on how to build trust in the minds and hearts of your clients. We can BS our way through. There's certainly a lot of people in sales that know how to do that. I can give you a bigger shovel if you really want. But that's not going to lead to a long-lasting repeat business experience, right? I call it client relationships here, but repeat business experience is really what we're after. So you can, like a mentor of mine said many years ago, and try not to see this as a derogatory thing. It's not. People are not sheep, but the principle is appropriate. He said, you can shear a sheep for its wool 100 times, but you'll only eat the meat once. So you have to decide how you want to grow your business. Do you see your clientele as assets? Do you see them as an excellent, renewable resource of income? So if you do see it that way, then you're going to be much more attentive to how you present yourself and how you relate to people. So, and I would venture to say this, that if you can learn to master some of these more relationship building soft skills, you'll probably have a great social experience outside of your work environment. You can be a genuine person. And at the end of the day, if you do show genuine interest into the lives of your potential clients, they're going to, more than likely, they're going to kind of grab onto you and they're going to trust you a lot faster because they know that you care. Was it Zig Ziglar said, they don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. That's the idea. So you can lead by charisma or you can lead by character. It's your choice. All right. So don't forget to contact us directly by email with your thoughts or questions on this module. Please distinguish the topic matter that you're addressing specifically, and I will get back to you within a 24-hour time frame. All right. We'll see you in the next module. The compass is going to be great. See you soon. Hey, I'd like to say a personal thank you for joining on to this course today, and I want to let you know that if you would like to become a long-term supporter of our work, please join us over on locals.com or just catch our casual coaching uncut on YouTube as well as Rumble. All right, have a great day.